What's going on, guys? Pt.1 Surviving End Times here, back at you. We'll talk a little bit about this new carbon capture stuff that Biden's putting out and putting into effect, and I think it's going to affect us all big time. Going into the heat of the summer, I would expect to see a lot of glitches in the grid, if not all by design, and they're already saying you can expect to see rolling blackouts because of all this whole carbon capture program that the Biden administration is rolling out. So businesses can't comply with this large scale, and they're going to start trimming back people's electric left and right. They're already putting out this warning, so I would prepare for rolling blackouts and prolonged rolling blackouts. I'd have some kind of backup energy system, something with solar power, something. You're going to need something, unless you want to sit through this prolonged outage in the dark with nothing. We've been expecting this for years. This could happen in a handful of different ways. The sun could take out this frailing grid in the United States. Someone could attack the infrastructure, or they could just pull the plug on it. Anything, EMP, ton of different things that can affect the grid. And with our grid in as bad a shape as it is, man oh man, I'd have some kind of backup plan if I was you, and I'd get it locked down quick. I would also not bother getting components from China and other places. I would buy American made to the best of your ability, because when it really hits the fan with China, which it's going to, you're not going to be able to get backup components. You need to think about that stuff. I'll be talking about this more here coming up in other videos, but this looks like something that's coming at us fast, and they're going to impose these rolling blackouts, so get ready. It's going to be a hot summer, and it looks like they're going to make people feel it. Join me for the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Find links below. It's been D7.
Hey, Shalom, Akim. Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noise in this gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the spirit. This is the guy, Pt.1. As we see that he changed his name to Surviving the End Times. He used to be called Pt.777, which, you know, is in the air whether he's a Jake or not. I mean, he has a zeal. He goes into a lot of, prophecy. Well, I won't say prophecy, but he goes into a lot of particular end time events, but not really linking them to the scriptures, because that is the job of the men of the Lord, the prophets, as we've been called to do. But he made some interesting claims regarding for big power blackouts, and it says Biden's new carbon capture mandates would increase prices, okay, meaning fuel prices. You also have energy prices, which my energy bill probably went up 30% over the last, I want to say, year and a half maybe, okay? Since it's been me, my light bill has been fairly cheap, but the apartment I live in is not that big, so I don't know how the hell I'm paying an extra amount of energy when I'm barely at the crib to using it. When I am home, I may have like on the sound bar or something like that, or the TV, because my house naturally generates light. Okay, I have one of those homes that naturally I don't have to turn on a light in my crib if I don't want to, because I'm getting sunlight from every angle, which is very serene in my opinion. So, this shows you that shit is really hitting the fan. And he mentioned that China basically was a big consumer of American debt, and a lot of imports and outsourcing went to China, because we know that America is a consuming nation. So what they do, instead of producing things, they consume, they buy, and they outsource a lot of their product, which takes money away and substance away from the citizens of Babylon. Okay, which when Obama outsourced everything, I mean, things have been outsourced But when Obama really outsourced everything back in 2008, and during the time of the Bush administration, things were outsourced as well. That's pretty much when we started to see things collapse as a collective. You see, but it reads, it says Biden's new carbon capture mandates will cause blackouts, increase prices. And this is from Zero Hedge, which, my humble opinion, I believe Zero Hedge, they put out some very informative videos. This is an alternative media source, and they tell it like it is, okay? But it reads, and it says, the lie of the day from the EPA, which the EPA stands for the Environmental Protection Agency. But it says carbon capture, which you go into carbon, okay, like carbon monoxide, or you go into carbon basically, what you're breathing in, inhale, exhale, the particular, the things you need to survive, basically. Like they call it carbon emissions. Like a lot of states, certain particular modules to vehicles are illegal, because its effect on carbon emissions. But it says will pay for itself thanks to the IRA subsidies. It says no one won't even with subsidies, but expect blackouts and higher prices for electricity. Okay, electricity. But it says here, today the EPA is proud to make good on the Biden-Harris administration vision, which she ain't been in the picture. Out of 4 years of this man being in office, she's probably only made 5 or 6 appearances. Other than that, she just basically like a body. She's just there to fill a slot. All right, but it says to tackle the climate change and protect all communities from pollution in our air, water, and our neighborhoods. It said EPA administer by developing these standards in a clear, transparent, inclusive manner. EPA is cutting the pollution while ensuring that power companies can start smart investments and continue to deliver reliable electricity for all Americans, at an accelerated price. You see, but it says the final rule for existing coal-fired and new natural gas-filled power plants that will ensure that all coal-fired plants that plan to run in long term and all new baseload gas-fired plants control 90% of their carbon pollution. It says the final emission standards and guidelines would achieve the substantial reductions in carbon pollution at reasonable cost, but the best system of emissions reduction for the longest running existing coal units and most heavily utilized new gas turbines is based on carbon capture and sequestration storage and available of the cost of reason emissions control technology that can be applied directly to power plants and can reduce 90% of the carbon dioxide emissions from plants.